Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've got the TJ back in the shop today, the 2003 Rubicon. This is the project that my dad picked up, just a little fun Jeep to play around with out on the trails. So today we got a pretty easy install. Let me show you what we got. So we went back to 67 Designs and we're gonna be mounting their phone mount, the two-ball system for the TJ. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I will say they don't have the best instructions on their website. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you how we're gonna install it. We did get an extra phone holder. If you're ordering just the kit, it only comes with one phone holder. So we actually got the second phone holder. So we got a phone holder for each side. And the other cool thing about this is where the 67 Design emblem is, you can actually pull that off, put a third mount on there. And then that way, if you were wanting to run like a GoPro or something like that in the middle, or maybe a winch controller mount, something along those lines, you actually have 3 different mounting options for different devices. So yeah, pretty cool setup here. We actually went to 67 Designs for our 2024 Rubicon, and I've got a video up on that from a while back where we installed their rail system in our Jeep, in our new Jeep. So again, going back to 67 Designs, this stuff, phenomenal quality. I can't speak highly enough about 67 Designs. I'm really happy with their product. And the only thing that I will say is the particular installation for this kit for the TJ. So this is technically a universal mount. Now, whenever you go to their website, you go to the TJ product. This is what you'll get for a TJ, but then you kind of look at the back and it actually says a universal carbon fiber mount. But the hardware that it comes with is going to be these simple screws here. We're going to switch that up just a little bit. I do think that that would work just fine, and I'll show you where this goes and how we're going to mount it. I do think these would work. However, you're screwing into plastic, you know, you over tighten just a little too much, you're going to lose some grip on those. And then you get out on the trails and, you know, you got your phone, a couple phones mounted to it. You have the potential of pulling these screws out. So we went to the auto parts store. We're going to actually do Allen head bolts here, and we're actually going to pull the dash apart a little bit and go ahead and do a through and through design, put some fender washers on it underneath with some nuts and bolts, and that way we've got a better, more solid mount. Again, I think that this probably would have worked just fine, but we're just kind of just stepping it up a notch. So yeah, let's get set up and I'll show you what we need to do first. All right, so getting inside the Jeep here, let's talk about where this is gonna go. So we mount this up here in the center. You do have this rubber pad at the bottom of your tray. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. And just one little point about this. Now, we probably could just mount through this, and you can kind of see here that our new mounting plate isn't as big as that. So originally I was thinking, you know what, we'll just leave that in there. We'll bolt through it, bolt it down nice and tight. And then you still got your rubber pads on the side. But, you know, thinking about in the future, if we ever decided to sell this Jeep, maybe we wanted to keep this for another project. You know, removing that rubber tray, since we're about to drill some holes, if we go ahead and just take this out, we can drill through here, mount it, and then down the road, if we decide we want to pull that and sell this Jeep, well, now we can throw our rubber piece back in and it's going to cover those holes and everything's going to look great. So yeah, I thought about doing it both ways, but I think we're actually going to go ahead and just remove this piece. And then, like I said, this is where our new mount is gonna go. First thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go ahead and pull out all this plastic right here. Now, if you were using the other screws that came with the kit, you really actually wouldn't even need to do that. You could just center this up, you know, get it where you want it, and then just screw it in, and that's it. You just don't wanna over tighten since you're just going straight into that plastic. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna actually have to pull this trim out, which is not hard. I'm about to show you, and you can actually kind of see I've already leaned into it just a little bit here. We've already popped this first piece off. We're gonna pull this whole thing out, mark it, drill it, and then we're gonna put those through bolts in. And what that's gonna do is, again, it's just gonna give us a little bit more solid mount. You're gonna get those nice fender washers underneath this plastic here to kind of spread that load. And then that way, if you got a couple phones or maybe even a third device in here, it's not going to flex as much on you with those bigger fender washers underneath the plastic. And with this being a 2003, you know, coming up on what, 21, 22 years old, this being right up here on the dash, obviously all your stuff up here, it starts to weaken with time, especially being exposed to the sun through the windshield. So, you know, to me, if I can spread load some of the weight and some of the flex on this plastic to keep it from breaking, I think that's just the better option. So let's get into it here. This first piece that you're gonna remove is this back piece right here. Now again, as Jeeps get older, I mean any vehicle gets older with the dash being in the sun, this is going to get weaker, it's gonna get brittle. So we actually used this, just a trim removal tool. Started on one end over here, popped it up, and then just slowly just use this and just popped it up along the way, and that way we're not putting too much pressure on it, and then this piece will just come right out. Okay, so once we have that piece of trim removed where the defrost comes out, you'll see that we have 2 bolts here, little Phillips, or maybe that's maybe an 8 mil or a Phillips. We're gonna go ahead and remove both of those next. All right, so now once we've got these 2 back screws removed, this trim piece will just come out as one piece. Again, just be careful with it. Should just be able to pop it out just like that. And then if you need to, if you're worried about pulling too hard, you can use these little trim removal tools and to just lightly just pop it out. There we go. All right, and now we're gonna remove this and take it over to the workbench. Okay, so now we've got our trim piece sitting over here on the bench, and I threw a towel down so that we don't scratch up the face of it. If you can kind of tell where we're at, this is where the 2 screws were removed. So this is where your windshield is, and then this is the front. So pretty much all we're doing now is we're just gonna line this up, make sure our 67 Designs is facing forward like we want it. Your 3 longer screws will be towards the windshield. The 2 shorter ones will be towards your vents. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna line it up, just kind of make sure that it's setting in the middle. And we don't want it too far back or too far forward, because what that'll do is the curve in that will start to pull it up, and we want a nice flush mount. So we're just kind of gonna go right pretty much in the center, center it up left and right. So pretty happy with that. Right there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my drill and I'm gonna lightly mark each one of these holes. And then of course my thumb's in the way for that last one. But now I've got my 4 marks made, and I'm gonna go ahead and drill these out. All right, just double checking everything looks good there. I am gonna drill those out just a little bit bigger, so we will have just a slight bit of play. That way everything doesn't have to be exact. I'm just lining back up all those holes right there. Gonna go ahead and mark this last one. So again, what we did is we went to the auto parts store, and we've got, if it'll focus, we just got some Allen head little bolts here, and they will mount perfectly in our new rail. It'll look good, black on black, nice and clean. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and drill these 5 holes out just a little bit bigger, make sure that we got plenty of room to get our bolt through, and then we'll bolt it in, throw the fender washers on the back, and we're basically done. We're just buttoning everything back up. One other thing here, if you got a step-up bit, it works perfect for cleaning all those burrs off the backside of all these holes we just drilled. I'm just gonna lightly hit them just to kind of knock off all the burrs. So again, this is what we got here. You can kind of see that's where our mount's gonna go. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw those on. Now we did get lock nuts too. That way this isn't gonna rattle loose on us and we won't have to pull the dash apart again. But I think when this is all said and done, it's gonna be pretty solid. So yeah, we'll go ahead and bolt it up. All right, so there you can see there's our finished mounted product. And then on the back side here, you can tell we got the nice fender washers back here, and that's gonna spread that load out. So this thing is solid, definitely not gonna go anywhere now. So now we're ready to throw it all back in the Jeep and see what it looks like. All right, so now we'll just do the reverse and pop everything in. And then we'll reinstall our 2 screws up top. And then this top piece, we'll just, again, line it up and you just pop it in. All right, so now we're ready to just mount our arms and get them positioned where we want them, and we'll go ahead and do that real fast and I'll show you our final product. All right, so there you have it, all mounted up. We got our arms on, and these things are, you know, fully adjustable. You can rotate it up, down, left, right, where, you know, wherever you want to position them. This is where I've got it set up, and you can kind of see there, you know, just throw your phone in, you're good to go. It's down low, out of the way for where I have it set. Still see everything out the windshield there. And yeah, pretty awesome, pretty simple, easy, and it's solid. I mean, that mount, doing it the way that we did it is solid. Now I think the other way would have been fine too, but I'm happy with the way this turned out. So quick, easy, and now you get your phone up out of the cup holder and where you can see it, and you got some navigation and everything else. So solid upgrade for the old TJ. I'm really happy with it. And again, 67 Designs makes a great product. You know, all this carbon fiber, the nice phone mounts and everything. They got a few different phone mount options too. I think they got a magnetic one, and then we like these. You know, you get out bouncing around on the trails. These are solid, and they definitely will hold your phone in place. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell. And just again, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just like 67 Designs. I like their product. So yeah, check them out. We'll see you next time.